Very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone. My name is Varun Pawar, and I am a CBAP professional. And welcome back to my channel, which is Certified Business Analysis Professional. So far, the important information that I want to share with you that the sessions that I am providing you here in my channel, on my channel, the content I have gathered it from the BABOK, and this is not the complete information. So in order to go through the complete information, you have to register, you have to take a membership from the IIBA, and there you will get a PDF version of the BABOK, and there you can find the complete details. So whatever the information that I am providing you here, these are the abstract information, the high level information, which is important from the perspective that you understand the topics, the concepts, the context, and then accordingly you can go through the BABOK and understand the BABOK in detail. And this is very important for you to go in detail so that you're able to answer the questions that comes in the certification. With those words, I will continue with this session and let's move ahead. So far, we were discussing the elicitation and the collaboration knowledge area, and so far we have completed the two activities, out of which the first one was prepare for the elicitation and the second one is conduct elicitation. Now today we will go through the third activity, which is confirm elicitation result. Confirm elicitation result, this is a very small topic and it's very easy to understand. So here you can see that in the elicitation and the collaboration knowledge area, we have these five activities that the business analyst has to perform. And today we will discuss the confirm elicitation result. And you know, like now from the first activity, we are getting the output, that is elicitation activity plan. Elicitation activity plan is the input for the second activity, which is conduct elicitation, and the output we were getting is elicitation result unconfirmed. And this elicitation result unconfirmed goes into the third activity, which is confirm elicitation result, and the output is elicitation result confirmed. So now what are the objective? So hope you are also jotting down those points which are highlighted in the bold here. Confirm elicitation result is to check the information gathered during an elicitation session for accuracy and consistency with other information. The elicitation results can be compared against their source and other elicitation results to ensure consistency. So when we are talking about the compared, so they assume that you have planned a few elicitation sessions or meetings with the different stakeholders, and there from the stakeholders you get different documents for the information, for the requirement, or there might be some emails that the different end users send to those stakeholders, and those stakeholders send us to these information to us. So ideally all those information, the sources from where you gather that information, you have to secure and capture that. So later on in this task or activity, you were comparing whatever requirement you have gathered with the sources. Elicitation results can be compared against their source and other elicitation results to ensure consistency. And why with the other elicitation results? It could be possible that in different sessions or different forums, similar topic might have been raised, that the information you have also captured there, and while you were gathering, you were working on a requirement design and documentation and detailing out the information, then you might be referring to those different forums and gathering that information together. So and it could be possible the you are not writing two different requirements that could create the duplicacy later on with the same elicitation result, right? So these are like you have to ensure the consistency. There should not be ambiguity. So these in that way you have to work on those. Collaboration with the stakeholders might be necessary to ensure their inputs are correctly captured and that they agree with the results of non-facilitated elicitation. If information is not correct, the business analyst determines what is correct, which can require more elicitation. If something, the information, even in the this activity, confirm elicitation, you have identified there is still some variation and the information is not absolutely correct. So in order to make this information more relevant, more correct, you would be doing the further elicitation activities. Committing resources to business analysis activities based on unconfirmed elicitation result may mean stakeholders' expectations are not met. Here, assume in this way that you have done with the elicitation, you have captured the information, you have documented that in a formal way, and now you have handed over or created a detailed requirement design documentation out of that elicitation result. And now finally that documentation is being handed over to the development team who would be developing or designing the solution accordingly. So what would happen if the elicitation result you didn't confirm and that unconfirmed result goes into the design and documentation? It would end up that whatever the expectation of the stakeholders, they were looking for the smartphone, and you are ended up designing the non-smartphone, that are traditional phones. So this could be chaos at the end, and it would need a lot of rework and reiteration of all those steps that you have already performed, which is ultimately loss of time, efforts. So to avoid this scenario, you have to be and you have to ensure that the unconfirmed elicitation should not be there. Everything should be confirmed, and all the stakeholders are in line with that confirmation. If the results are inconsistent, additional elicitation might need to be conducted to resolve the discrepancies. Confirming the elicitation result is a much less rigorous and formal review than occurs during analysis. Confirming the elicitation result is a much less rigorous. So it's not too much to and fro, the just like when we do in elicitation. So it happens like one stakeholder is saying, oh, I don't have that information, you have to go to that stakeholder, or in this document that information is not available, you have to dig deeper into the further few more documentation. And the to and fro, here and there, helter and skelter, the business analyst is moving during the conduct elicitation and gathering the information. But in confirming the elicitation, this is not that rigorous effort taking. Rather, it's a simple approach. If everything is captured, you have to just match that the information is matching there or not. If that is deviating from or there is some discrepancy or variances, then of course you have to make it sure that information is correctly captured and this is exactly matching with the source information. So that's why it's not much effort taking, but it's less rigorous, that you are not doing it iteratively, but one or two iteration could be there if there is any discrepancy. Then let's talk about the inputs. So what inputs is required here? As you know that in that slide we have said like elicitation result unconfirmed, that is the output of the conduct elicitation activity. And here, what is then elicitation result unconfirmed? Basically, this is captured information that during you have done conduct elicitation, in a specific format as per the elicitation activity plan. Then elicitation, the guidelines and tools also act as an input. So elicitation activity plan, alternative sources and which which elicitation results are to be compared. It should be with which elicitation results need to be compared. Confirm the results of elicitation activities or to develop additional questions to draw out more information. So this is existing business analysis information, and we are saying confirm the result of elicitation activities or to develop additional questions to draw out more. And we get the output, that is stakeholders agree to the captured information and confirms that it is relevant and useful as an input to further work. Now there are just two elements in this activity. One is compare the elicitation result against the source information. Source from which elicitation result may be derived, including documents and stakeholder knowledge. The business analyst may lead follow-up meetings where stakeholders correct the elicitation results. Stakeholders may also confirm the elicitation results independently. Compare elicitation results against other elicitation results. Here, the business analyst compares results collected through multiple elicitation activities to confirm that the information is consistent and accurate. BA identify variation in results and resolve them in collaboration with stakeholders. Comparisons may also be made with historical data to confirm more recent elicitation results. Inconsistencies in elicitation results are often uncovered when the business analysts develop specification and models. These models may be developed during an elicitation activity to improve collaboration. So whatever I have marked here in a bold, please note down those keywords and at least memorize pertaining to those elements, because somewhere in questions they could ask, and these keywords would help you there. Now, who are the stakeholders who participate in this activity? Almost all the stakeholders participate in this activity, but it depends upon the need. It's not like everyone is there mandatorily. It's upon the need. So, and the second hero of the business analysis domain, that is domain subject matter expert. So yes, he is the important person. He confirmed the elicitation result, and any other stakeholders that is required by the business analyst, because they have some information to give you. So all stakeholders may need to participate for confirmation. And the techniques, various techniques. Document analysis, used to confirm elicitation result against source information or other existing documents. Interviews, used to confirm business analysis information and to confirm that the integration of that information is correct. Then reviews, used to confirm a set of elicitation results. Such reviews could be informal or formal depending on the risk of not having correct, useful and relevant information. And we have workshops, used to conduct reviews of the drafted elicitation results using any level of formality. A predetermined agenda, scripts or scenarios. Test may be used to walk through the elicitation result. Feedback is requested from the participant and recorded. And that's it from this activity, which is confirm elicitation result, which was the third activity or a task in the elicitation and the collaboration knowledge area. Hope you are finding my sessions important and useful for your CBAP journey. I will connect back you with another session and continue the elicitation collaboration with further 2 more activities. See you soon. Till then, take care and goodbye.